Now that you know what to do to increase your own security, let's take a look at the 4 key actions your school does to protect students.
The first protective action is evacuation.
All those fire drills you practice are examples of evacuation.
That's right. Your school will be evacuated if there are any threats inside the school, such as a fire, hazardous material spill, explosion, or bomb threat.
During an evacuation, you will follow your teacher to a designated meeting site outside of the school and hang out there until you receive instructions on what to do next.
While you're waiting, you might notice that your principal, assistant principal, and school nurse are all wearing the same item of clothing, like a vest or a hat.
They're not trying to make a fashion statement. They're wearing the same thing so that you and your teacher can see them easily among the crowd of students.
What was... Just joking.
Let me guess, it's Dan again.
Yeah, that's what it says. Okay, I can deal with the personal security stuff, but I can't handle all those drills, especially the fire drills. Dan, think about all the hours a professional athlete practices. They practice over and over again so that when the game's on the line, they know what to do without hesitation.
And the same thing applies to all these drills. The school wants everyone to remember what they're supposed to do if ever there is an emergency situation.
It's Dan. I'm still not buying it.
Hey Dan, check out this video.
It's locked. There's gotta be another open door. This one's locked too. Come on, follow me. I know where to go. Thanks, man. We forgot.
Good thing the mascot knew what he was doing.
Yeah, because during a lockdown, teachers are required to lock the doors and windows, cover the door glass, and turn out the lights.
And once that door is locked, no one is allowed into or out of the classroom until the all clear signal is provided.
So if you're in a common area, such as the cafeteria or gym, when a lockdown is called, follow the direction of the adults in the area. If you find yourself locked out in the hall, go to the nearest safe haven.
If you're outside when a lockdown is called, stay outside. Go to a designated evacuation site or other safe location.
Where are these safe havens located? Well, it varies from school to school.
Every year, your school will tell you where your safe havens are. The nurse's office and school administration offices are some places that are often designated as safe areas.
But sometimes, hiding in a locked stall in the bathroom or even the janitor's closet can work in an emergency. Remember, you're supposed to be hiding, so be quiet and stay off your cell phone.
So don't be like those guys. Take your lockdown drills seriously so that you know what to do in an emergency.
And, most importantly, make sure you know where all the bathrooms are and how they work. Practice makes perfect.
Justin. There is another protective action schools use to keep students safe, and that's shelter in place.
Shelter in place is used when there's a problem in the outside atmosphere.
This could mean a chemical spill occurred or some type of biological or radiological contaminant was released into the environment.
If that happens, you will shelter in place.
Exterior doors and windows will be locked, and everyone will go into a pre-designated room.
The heat, air conditioning, and ventilation systems will be turned off so that contaminated air from the outside doesn't get sucked into the building. As with the other emergency actions, you'll stay in that room until you hear the all-clear signal.
But you don't need to hide, so you can keep reading and working.
Oh, joy.
Oh, and before I forget, if there really was contamination, you might have to take a decontamination shower to remove any chemicals or radiation that might be on your skin.
The idea is to get everyone nice and clean as quickly as possible, so there might not be much privacy.
If that happens, forget modesty for one day.
A few minutes of embarrassment is much better than getting sick.
Hey, Justin, if you can tell me what CBRNE means, I'll set you up with Lacey Anderson.
Really? Okay, it's a deal. CBRNE means, chemical, biological, radiological, environmental, like that.
Nope, not even close.
CBRNE could be a really nasty environment.
It's even worse.
Okay, I know this. Just give me a few seconds to think.
Okay. Meanwhile, there's one more protective action that schools use to keep students safe, and that's take cover.
Take cover occurs during severe external overpressure.
When does severe external overpressure happen? In extreme weather, such as hurricane, tornado, or typhoon.
It could also happen if, say, there was an explosion outside the school.
During a take cover, you'll move to a predetermined area away from windows and doors, and will sit on the floor near a wall. Sometimes you'll have a drop and tuck, which means you'll seek additional shelter under desks or tables.
You know, not too long ago, a tornado hit a high school in Enterprise, Alabama. Our traveling reporter, Kristen, has all the details.
Thanks, Justin. Here's what happened in Enterprise, Alabama. A strange weather pattern developed and a whole string of tornadoes blew across Alabama and Georgia. Unfortunately, the Enterprise High School was right in the path of an F4 tornado. The tornado had winds of over 150 miles per hour, and the force of the storm blew out windows of cars and buses in the parking lot, destroyed the stadium, and caused part of the roof to collapse. Kids there said it was the scariest thing they've ever experienced. Fortunately, as soon as they heard the take cover alert, they moved away from the windows and took shelter in the hallways. Some people were hurt, but it would have been much, much worse if they hadn't left the classrooms. Their advice to other students: don't mess around. If you hear a take cover alarm, get moving and follow your teacher to a safe area inside the school.
Thanks, Kristen. Justin, what are you doing?
I'm meditating.
Why?
Because I really want that date.
Oh, I see. So how's it working for you?
It isn't really working. But I'll still give it one more try.
All right.
CBRNE means chemical, biological, radiological, natural, environmental...
Nope. Sorry, Justin.
Oh. Dan, have you ever considered getting a hobby? Dude, even I know what CBRNE means. Chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, high-yield explosive. Dan, you know I'm really beginning to hate you, don't you? Okay. Chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, high-yield explosive.
That doesn't count, Justin.
Okay, big shot. Here's a challenge for you. What are the 5 FPCon levels?
That's easy. Normal, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta.
Yes, but what do they mean?
Normal, global threat of possible terrorist activity. Alpha, increased general threat. Bravo, increased more predictable threat. Charlie, terrorist incident occurred or intelligence indicates some form of terrorist action is likely. And Delta, an attack has occurred in the area or intelligence indicates that some terrorist action is imminent.
Darn it.
Justin, when are you going to learn that I know everything?
Don't worry. The day will come where I will get you.
Maybe next time, Justin.